Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jimmy James. You're watching Catch It Live First. Tonight we've got coming up for you France playing the USA in round one of the Olympic Games football. We'll go through the teams quickly. Just get a quick drink. Oh, try and sort me hair out. It's raining hard. Although no, I've just come inside. It's just starting to ease off a little bit. Sod's law, but there you go. We'll go with France first of all. They've gone with Restes in goal, Truffert, Lukiba, Bade, Sildilia, Chotard, Korn, Olise, Lacazette, Milo, Mateta. USA go with in goal, Schultz, Harriel, Robinson, Zimmerman, Tolkien. Looks like they're playing two holding midfielders in Busio and Tessman. Then we've got Aronson, Mihailovic, Paredes, and Maguire. So from when I did a little bit of research on this game, apparently, for obvious reasons, the French are the favourites. For the match, that is. For the tournament, though, they'll still be expected to go well. However, I believe that not since the 1990s has, I think it was the home nation, won the Olympic football final, and that was Spain. So they might have the work cut out a little bit, the French, in the overall tournament. We're playing in Marseille, Stade Marseille, a cracking atmosphere already. We're at the Stade Belleroom. They're just saying it's very noisy, as it certainly is. I think the referee's Argentinian. France are playing in blue, by the way. They're kicking left to right, and they'll get us underway. So if you're wanting to watch this, it's on various channels around the globe, obviously it being the Olympic Games. In the UK, we've got it on Discovery Plus. I couldn't find it on another channel, so that's what I'll be watching it on. We've got France in possession down the right-hand side, but that's intercepted and played back to Schultz, the USA goalkeeper. He launches it long down the left-hand side, but that's cleared up by Sildilia at right back. Plays it inside to Lukiba. And it's Bade. I mean, I'm assuming it's pronounced Bade and not Bade. Bade we'll go with. Who knows? I'll just go with what we're expecting. Bade. And it is France in possession, and it is Bade on the ball. Try to launch a long ball from back to front down the left-hand side. That's intercepted by the USA, though. I think that was Aronson who's just been fouled. Nothing more than a little push. But the referee says that's a free kick. And it was Paredes who went down. They've got him playing, it should be on the left, but apparently he's swapped over at the minute. Robinson plays it out to Tolkien, down the left-hand side. Goes back to Robinson. Now it's Zimmerman trying to bring it out. USA, edge of the box, intercepted by France. Can't clear it too well though. But then a poor pass from the USA that goes out for a throw-in. Then the left-hand side for France. It was Harriol with a bad pass there. And USA in possession at the minute. Down the right-hand side. That's just a hopeful poof forward from the right-hand side by the USA. Intercepted by France. France trying to get in down the right-hand side now. Ball over the top down the channel. Sildilia trying to get the better of his man. Can't do it though. The number 11 Aronson gets back. I believe, they give it away though, the USA there. I believe there was a little bit of controversy because the French team wanted Mbappe to be playing. But apparently, Real Madrid have said, not happening, son, you're not going. I think they want to protect their investment with him being their new signing. So you can understand it as well after he played in the Euros. Got that facial injury as well, didn't he? So I can understand it from a Real Madrid point of view. But if you're Mbappe, it's the Olympic Games, means a lot, doesn't it? Or it should do. So he'll be no doubt be a little bit disappointed that he's not playing. No doubt he'll have wanted to play for the manager, Thierry Henry. But he'll be watching from home. Or maybe he's at the stadium. But he certainly won't be taking part. But a full house. We've not even had the opening ceremony yet, have we? That's going to be on Friday night. I believe that Lady Gaga's going to be singing. Apparently Celine Dion's been spotted there as well. Not a fan of either, so I won't be watching that. No doubt there'll be some live sport that we can be doing a watch along to. Poor ball there from France, just runs through to Schultz, the USA keeper. Thierry Henry on the sidelines, arms crossed, looking very, very serious, trying to work something out. USA are in down the right-hand side here. That'll be Paredes. Trying to get to the byline, drops to the floor, looks to the referee and says, why is that not a free kick? And it's like, because you dived. So the referee kept his whistle in his hand and away from his mouth. France have got to throw in down the left-hand side. Almost near the corn flag, although now the player's pinched a few. Truffert. He's pinched a few yards there. Assistant referees allowed him to do it as well. Bit of head tennis going on at the minute. USA edge of the box though, chance for a shot. That looked like it could have been a free kick to me. I think it was Aronson trying to get a shot away. But wasn't to be. The referee says play on. Luckily for France as well, because it did look a bit of a clumsy challenge and it was right on the edge of the penalty area. Almost smack in the middle as well, so it would have been a good shooting opportunity. Sildilia on the ball. Plays it back to Bade. And now it's Lukiba. Not being put under pressure really, just walking forwards. They're in down the left-hand side now. Fransart put a cross in, partially cleared by the USA. And that'll be a free kick. After another clumsy foul by number 13. shot hard. Just 7.5 minutes gone. France 0, USA 0. An absolutely chock-a-block stadium with a cracking atmosphere. It's as good an atmosphere as we had at the Euros, I've got to say. It's a free kick for a high foot down the right for France, taken quickly. Lakiba plays it back to Bade. He plays a ball down the right-hand channel. I think he was trying to get corner away there, but that was... it was Millie, actually. Intercepted, though, by the USA, but then they give the ball back to France. France give up territory, but keep possession. It's back with the keeper, Restes. Or they might call him Arres, but we'll go with Restes. That's how it's spelt, that's how it's pronounced, until I'm told different. I think it holds 60-odd thousand, this stadium. And it doesn't look like there's an empty seat in the place, so after we've had the Euros, well attended in France. It's going to be Tolkien down the left. He's got the throw in for the US. Goes all the way back to Schultz. Plays it out to Harriel. He's trying to get Boussy down the right, but it's cut out. There's a French player down as well, just off the pitch. And that's Truffert. It looked like it was him who committed a foul, if anything. He injured himself. Just got a bit of a wallop on the shin. But he's up and about again. No need for the trainer. And it's Bade in possession on the halfway line. Plays it back to Lakiba. France trying to get something going down the left there. Trying a little through ball, but intercepted by the US. And it's Paredes trying to get down the right-hand side. Intercepted by France. Goes out for a throw into the US. Just inside their own half. Normally it's an issue with players trying to pinch a few yards when they've got a throw in. Not on this occasion. Harriel, he could have took it way further forward, but cross comes in from the US. That's blocked. I think it was Lakiba who got the blocking on the cross. It's going to be a corner to the US down the right-hand side. Yeah, it was Lakiba. It's going to be Mihailovic to take the corner. It's going to be an outswinger. France are marking zonally, so there is a few gaps there for the US, but they've not flooded the box. Oh my word! It went to the corner kick came in to the front edge of the 6-yard box. It was flicked on by a player from the US, went right across the goal mouth, and nobody could get a touch, defender or attacker. And it was Harriel who was at the back there. If he'd have been aware of that, he could have had a pretty easy tapping, but as it turned out, he ended up fouling Korn, and it released the pressure for France. Bit lax at the back there for France, and if the USA had been a little bit more on the ball, they could have had an opportunity. Cross comes in there from number 10, Lacazette. Well, that's blocked. It'll be a corner now to France down France's right-hand side. Obviously, who's taking it? Outswinger or in-swinger? It's going to be an in-swinger. Number 7, Lise. There again, USA marking zonally, so plenty of room for the runners. Keeper comes out for that, claims it on the edge of his 6-yard box. Good effort there from Schultz. Decent enough corner, actually. It's just nobody could get close enough to it to attack it before the keeper came out and got his big gloved mitts on it. USA just slowing it down a little bit now. Getting the whistles from the crowd. Who had passed that from the US, though? Who was that? Mihailovic. I think he was trying to get Aronson down the left-hand side, and he tried a measured pass that must have been 10 yards away from where he intended it. Just gave possession back to France, but France gave up possession too easily again. And it's the USA in possession midway inside their own half. France are not really putting the US under any pressure. They're just letting them play about a bit. And now as a team, they just start a little bit of a press with a high line midway inside their own half, France, so that's compressing play a little bit. Tolkien puts a long crossfield pass in. Paredes took it well. It's Paredes back with it. Inside to Bousset. Little ball to the edge of the box. A flick on by the attacker, but cleared by France. And it'll be a throw-in down the left-hand side for France now. That goes all the way back to Lakiba. Across to Bardet, and they've worked it right across to Sildilia. But so far, I'd have to say the USA have held their own. They probably had the better. They've had a couple of half chances. A little bit lax as well at the back there, France, but got away with it. Almost got dispossessed, and it would have been a one-on-one with the keeper. So they need to be careful to the home team. Quite a few games played earlier on as well in this men's Olympic game round 1, but we won't go through the scores because anybody who's interested can obviously find them if they want them, but if you're recording any and you don't want to know the results, we won't spoil it on this channel for you. France trying to get in down the left-hand side here. That's going to be too hard though, is it? Yeah, it's not. Kept in well. Volleyed across in the end into the area. And it looked like Zimmerman who got that one clear. France back in possession though. Oh my word, that's a collision between Sildilia and Tolkien. I don't think they could actually see each other as they both collided. They kind of came behind teammates as they both went for the ball. They'll be all right, but it did look like it was a bit of a clattering. Ah, nothing. There was nothing in that either. Anyway, Tolkien's holding his foot there. Maybe he just got a bit of a. These boots they were today, they're so thin. You only need a little bit of contact on the top of them, you know, from the studs, and you're in a little bit of pain. Can't be that injured because it's Tolkien who's going to take the free kick that he won. Midway inside his own half, down the left-hand side. Chips it up to centre forward. It looked like it was Maguire he was trying to find. Dispossessed though by France, and it's back with the keeper Estes. He plays it down the left up to the halfway line. France lose it in the air. And that'll be a USA throwing down the right-hand side. Why it's quiet in the chat. I think we'll go with we'll have a little knobby nuts. USA with a throw-in down the right-hand side. It's already tight there. Plays it back to Robinson. He's got a little bit of room now. Spreads it left to Tolkien. Tolkien's looking to play it down the channel, then decides against it. Goes back to Zimmerman, back to Robinson. The USA have gone all the way back to Schultz. And they'll start again from there, but they kept possession. That's going to be a free kick to the USA though. A little bit of a push in the back. Mihailovic just getting Barde's full force. As he dropped to the floor. Free kick comes in. USA can't retain possession on it. It's France with plenty of time to try and get something going forward now. Sildilia, who did he actually got a yellow card, did Sildilia, for that tackle on Tolkien, which I'm surprised at. And I didn't see that get confirmed on TV, but it's shown in the stats, so maybe it was something he said rather than something he did. USA in possession, but they give it away to France. France give it straight back to... God, nobody can keep hold of the ball. A bit of a petulant foul there by Elise on Paredes. The ball had gone out of play and he pushes him into the advertising hoarding around the edge of the pitch, but he's okay. And number 3 Zimmerman takes the free kick, goes all the way back to his keeper Schultz. So a little bit negative there from the US. Mihailovic down the left-hand side. Trying to get Paredes down the right-hand side. He's got plenty of room there as well to run into. Drives towards the edge of the penalty area. Now he's coming central. Plays it to Aronson. Shot comes in, but that's blocked. It was Sildilia who blocked it. He was only about 2 yards away as well, so it wasn't exactly difficult for him to do so. It's going to be Tolkien taking the one throw from the left-hand side, level with the edge of the 18-yard line. He's still not taking it. Oh, he's just taking it now. Zimmerman dispossessed though. France trying to clear it down the right now and break. Bussiot trying to use his power, but it's going to be a free kick to France. They take it quickly. It's Elise plays it out to Truffert. He comes back to Bade. Milo down the right hand side just doesn't look to take his man on. He just plays it back. No forward intention there at all. That's going to be a free kick in the middle of the field to the USA. Nothing more than just a mistimed tackle. And it was Maguire coming back to help out in midfield. You know, I expected France to start better than this, and they haven't. The USA have been probably had the best couple of chances so far. They've looked a little bit sharper, and once again, that's another free kick committed by France. Mateta on number 6, Busio. And the USA definitely look in this game. First 22 minutes, they've probably played the best out of the two sides, actually. And it's the USA in possession on the halfway line. Loose pass though there. France with the option to break quickly. They've got Elise, edge of the box down the left-hand side. He looks to cut inside. Finally gets a crossing, but that's blocked. And it'd be a corner to France down the left-hand side. And just as I'm saying, France packed out stadium. It's going to be an in-swinging corner for France down the left-hand side. It's going to be Chotard to put the corner in. Awful. Doesn't even reach the 6 yard box, and Tolkien heads it clear. France have had to go all the way back to rest as the keeper, and they'll start again. USA trying to hold a high line there, compressing play, which is working so far. No room for the French to play. But it also has the effect that when the USA do get possession, they're looking to break quickly on France. And seems to be working pretty well at the minute. France edge of the box, but then a loose pass cleared by USA. Not a lot of distance on the clearance though, and it's French down the left-hand side. They've got the option to put a cross in. It goes back to Corn. The long shot comes in from, I'm not joking, 45 yards. Ridiculous shot. I mean, Schultz didn't move, he just watched it whistle over his head. And that just shows how France are getting frustrated with not being able to get into France's into the USA's penalty area. They're just holding a good line, compressing play, and frustrating the French. Trying that through ball central there again, France, but it's intercepted by the USA. But France back in possession. France, they're just not able to break the USA down at the minute. There again, edge of the area. USA with a good defensive line though. And all France can do is go back to almost a halfway line. Now they're trying to get down the right-hand side. It's just going to go backwards. It's like a probe, go backwards, a probe, go backwards. And the USA are not getting pulled out of position. They're just sticking to what they need to do. And a little chip over the top into the penalty area. Easily cleared by France and by the USA. And France look like they're running out of ideas. Will they come down the right hand side again? No, they'll go to the left now with Combe. He's on the edge of the box now. Shot comes in, hits his own player. And that would have been interesting to see if it was going to have Schultz diving to his left, but we never got to find out because who was it who stood in front of him? It was Elise. Blocked the shot for the USA, so No damage done. USA in possession now from the goal kick down the right hand side. It's clipped into the channel for Paredes to try and make something out of. Tries to do well there. But it's just watched over the line by Truffert. And it'll be a goal kick to France. Paredes tried to go around both sides of him and then through him. Didn't have enough power though. And the Frenchman just let it roll harmlessly for a goal kick, which is taken. They're trying to come down the right hand side now. Dispossessed though by the USA, but the USA straight away give possession back to France. You need to cut that out if they're going to make headway in this match. France trying to get in down the left hand side. Cross comes in by Truffert. Lacazette in the middle. Couldn't get his head on it though. And that's cleared by the USA up to the halfway line. Just starting to get a little bit penned in now are the USA. To be honest, they seem quite happy sitting back there. Talking with the interception. Cross comes in there from France though as they dispossess Robinson. And that's blocked. It'll go behind for a French corner down the right hand side this time. It's going to be an in-swinger from the right. Referee's just having his ubiquitous chat with forwards and defenders, giving it all of that cut it out. Corner comes in. Good corner that. Right in the mixer on the edge of the 6-yard area. And it was Bade, or Bade, I think, who got his head to it. Couldn't direct it though. It was indeed. And it went high. It went high over the crossbar. Actually, it was Zimmerman who got his head onto it. He headed it onto Bade's head and he headed it over the crossbar. So a double deflection there for the ball. I've just dropped me Nobby's nuts. That's a foul there on Paredes. Truffert left one on him. Nothing too serious, just a little shove. Not missing anything, it's still not in play. USA debating over who's going to take it. Looks like it's going to be Zimmerman. Manbun Andy's her tied back. I don't know how that's worked. Launches it long, edge of the penalty area. Won easily though by France, and a little bit of a waste there by the US. France launch it long this time. Lacazette takes it well on his chest. Intercepted by Zimmerman, but can't keep hold of it. Lacazette with a little reverse pass. USA intercept that, and it's Schultz in possession, plays it out to Tolkien. Mihailovic plays it out wide right to Robinson, and now it's Paredes down the right hand side. Switch to the left hand side there. Aronson's never going to keep that in. In fact, he doesn't. It goes out for throw into France down their right hand side. That was confusing. I just saw a couple with French tops on and USA flags all over the face. I'm guessing they're edging the bets. Ball goes out for a throw-in just on the halfway line, and it'll be to the US. It'll be Tolkien to get us back underway. I saw an article with Thierry Henry where he said, we want to play attacking football. Well, they haven't done in this first half, that's for sure. 32 minutes gone. Probably the best two chances of the match have gone to the USA. And they've looked pretty comfortable at the back of the men in white. France playing in blue, by the way. Kicking from left to right as we watch. France in possession on the halfway line. Not a lot of movement up front, so they'll just go sideways for now. USA just dropping off. France trying to get a through ball right down the middle, easily intercepted though by the US. Can't retain possession though, and they're just soaking this pressure up from France. Pretty sure that the French supporters at some point are going to get a little bit fed up with this. There's been a lack of composure and a lack of skill at times shown by the French. They're trying to get in down the left-hand side there though now. Once again, a poor pass, and it's cleared by the USA. It's that final detail on the pass that's letting both sides down, actually. Just a little bit of extra care needed to make sure it gets to its target. Edge of the box there now. Elise plays it out to Truffert. Back to Elise. They've got men in the box. Eventually the cross comes in, but the French players are just outnumbered by the US and easily headed clear. But we've got sort of four or five USA players in the box and two French forwards. It's going to have to be a hell of a cross to beat the men in white. And we're going to get another shot coming in. Oh. Corn from about 40 yards again, having another shot. I mean, let's be honest, you're clutching at straws if you think you're going to beat a keeper of Schultz quality from there, and it shows a lack of ideas. That's twice now France have kind of given up on trying to make something happen and gone with the long shot. I mean, the USA will be happy with that all night long. It looks like the US have got the defence sorted. Just need to start building in midfield a little bit, and they'll be well and truly in this game. Trying to play it out from the back there, getting put under pressure by France, but trying to play around the French. And now Paredes is going to get a yellow card there. He left one on Truffert, I think. Yellow card comes out. And he pleads his innocence. I didn't quite see what he was supposed to have done there, Paredes. Yeah, it was only he only stuck his leg out. It was almost like a 50-50 tackle. So I don't know why he's been booked there by the referee, Paredes. Nothing wrong with that. Either way, a free kick to the French down the left-hand side. Cross comes in. And that goes over the bar. Mateta there, couldn't direct the header. 37 minutes gone. France 0, USA 0. World Olympic Games round 1, football. I do like the Olympics, I've got to say. I don't like every sport on there, but pretty much all of them. Got the opening ceremony on Friday night. Won't be watching that. Got Lady Gaga, apparently, I think she's opening it or something to do with it. Celine Dion's been seen there. Not a fan of either, if I'm honest, so we'll be doing some live watch-alongs. USA breaking here, lovely football. We've got Aronson out on the left now, inside the penalty area, cuts inside, shot comes in, saved by his foot from Restes. He just stuck his right leg out there to make the stop. And there again, the US. The US have definitely had the best of this first half in respect of best chances. They may not have had the possession, but when they've had the ball, they have certainly been much more open to attacking football, trying to create opportunities for themselves. And it's like France are trying to get the perfect goal, and the USA just win more direct when they get that opportunity. And the young lad Aronson, he was really unlucky there. Took the ball down well on the left side of the penalty area, cut back inside, right-footed shot, and Restes, a bit unorthodox really, he just saved it with his right leg. France trying to get something going down the right here, but cleared out by the USA. Tolkien with a clearance. It comes straight back in from France, but the USA in possession. Mihailovic trying to get Maguire in the game. Lovely pass. Was that Busio? Busio, he tripped himself up, but got back up well. Left-hand side of the box. Plays a little crossover to Paredes, keeps possession, lost a bit of momentum the US there, but they've still got the ball down the right hand side now. Paredes on the touchline. Elise puts, I couldn't see who that was under pressure, but it's all the way back to Zimmerman, and they've gone back to Schultz, who's well outside of his area. Plays it left to Tolkien. Careful there. Schultz has to come and clear that one. He's getting put under pressure by, I think it might have been Lacazette. And there's a keeper plays that forward. A little bit tardy getting back there with the US. I think it was Maguire who was offside. Maybe a free kick to France. Quick shout out. Let us know what you're thinking in the chat. Come and say hello. It's always a friendly chat that we have here. Lots of people will use it. I normally have Carlos in from Mexico. He listens to us while he's working. Mateta down the right hand side, long ball comes into him, right side of the 6-yard box. Can't get a shot away though, and it's more like a back pass to the keeper Schultz, who just drops on it thankfully. Nice and easy there for the goalkeeper. Just checking, he was onside, so it would have counted. It was just an awful. It was neither a cross or a shot, nor a shot. USA in possession down the right hand side. Yeah, they've just been saying in respect to the age of the players, it's under 23s for the Olympics, but you're allowed a maximum of 3 over the age of 23. So I don't know if that's in the squad or if that's on the pitch at any one time. But certainly Real Madrid would not let Mbappe take part. And after his exploits at the Euros, I'm not really surprised. Played most of the tournament looking like the Phantom of the Opera. So they'll want his broken nose, they'll want that healing up before the start of La Liga. going to be a throw into the USA down the left-hand side, midway inside France's half. It'll be Tolkien with the ball in hand. Plays it down to Maguire, who's out wide. Aronson. Plays it back to Robinson. Robinson, first time pass forward, which is cleared by France, but the US retain possession. Paredes down the right-hand side. Tessman outside left to Aronson. Aronson puts a shot in. It's claiming handball. The referee's saying that the ball, even if it did strike his hand, was down by his side. But I've not... Tessman, I didn't even know he was playing. He's not done a lot in this first half. But Aronson, once again, good control inside the penalty area down the left-hand side. And manages to get a shot in. Obviously, he couldn't get that one on target as he did the other. But certainly a warning sign there for the French. In the team lineups, they've got Aronson on the right and Paredes on the left, but they've certainly not started that way in the first half. It's been Aronson left and Paredes right. France in possession now, just a couple of minutes to go before half-time. I don't think really the referee will have much stoppage time on. Maybe just a minute or something. France down the left with Elise. Plays it out to Truffert. He's got an opportunity to put the cross in. He doesn't though. They're trying to get that perfect pass into the penalty area, the French. Which they can't do. They're still messing about instead of putting... Eventually the cross comes in. Good cross. One of them crosses where the goalkeeper has to dive to his left and put it behind for a corner. But he couldn't dive too early just in case somebody got a touch on it. So he reacted late, but it needed to be late just so he could cover anybody getting a touch on it before... It was sneaking in as well. Good effort there from Schultz, the goalkeeper. Corner to France down the right-hand side. It's going to be an in-swinger. Awful corner. Cleared well by Tolkien out the 6-yard box. Not enough height on it. Not enough distance. France trying to come right down the middle here. Mateta puts a shot in. Just goes past the keeper's left-hand post. I think he had it covered actually. But just these last couple of minutes now, France with a couple of chances. But I still think the first half it's been the US who's had the best chances. Although they've not had the possession, they've certainly made it count more when they have had the ball. Yeah, the keeper had that covered. Just in the mood for some chocolate. Now I've eaten them chili nuts. 2 minutes of added on time. France in possession. Just playing it about on the halfway line, not really looking to do much at the minute. Just another 60 seconds before the referee will be blowing his whistle. Then they can go and have a cup of tea and an orange, or whatever they have at half-time these days. Lacazette, edge of the box. Talking with a clearance. Frankie James in the room. What's that? Just milk. No sugar. Just milk.
Take this one. Just run the boxes.
Henry the Jack Russell's going for a walk. Lucky lad. It's quite dark here early tonight in the UK. Oh, it is 10 to 9, I suppose, nearly. Just at the end of the first half now, it's another corner to France down the right-hand side. It's going to be an in-swinger. Hopefully it's going to be better than the previous one. That is better. Right in the mixer, edge of the 6-yard box. It was Zimmerman who got his head to it. France put another cross into the box. And that was number 2, Lakiba. got his head on it, but he couldn't direct that, and the referee's going to blow his whistle now. That'll be half time, and that will be the end. That will be the end of the first half. France 0, USA 0. So looking at no doubt when we have a look at the stats, France have had, what, 62% possession France have had. But they've not made the most of that possession. And the US, for me, have had the best opportunities of that first half. Aronson with a good shot cutting in from the left-hand side, forcing Restes to save with an outstretched right leg. They had just someone, I can't remember who it was, who was just going to pull the trigger. Someone was just going to pull the trigger on the edge of the penalty area to shoot and got dispossessed. Personally, I thought it might have been a foul. Referee was close enough by, though, and said, play on. So there's been danger there for France, for sure.
See you in a minute now.
At least it's just stopped raining. Yeah, don't forget to join in chat. Come and say hello. Let us know what you're thinking about the first half. Otherwise, it's just me talking and telling you what I think. I want to know what you think. They're always better live streams when there's interaction with the live chat. We've got Empire Maker. I know he's on his holidays. We've got Anthony B. He'll be panicking now because he's getting married on Friday. Carlos in Mexico. He normally listens to us while he's working. We had a good live stream last night, that's for sure, with Aberdeen playing Erdrionians in the Scottish League Cup. Just looking for some old footage now from the Olympics. A bit of Roman Greco wrestling there. I was partial to a bit of Roman Greco wrestling myself, I've got to say. Not very good at it, but I was better at wrestling than I was at boxing. I think I just had too handsome a face for boxing, you know. Stop laughing. So yeah, apparently, Celine Dion, I was listening on the radio yesterday, and they were saying Lady Gaga's been spotted and Celine Dion's been spotted. Well, apparently, the last time I saw Celine Dion being mentioned, she was getting carried off by medics and looked like she wasn't too well. So she's either made a miraculous recovery, or somebody's been spinning a yarn, and it's not true. You know, it just reminds me of the Olympics, slightly different, but the Winter Olympics. Love that film, Eddie the Eagle. I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch Eddie the Eagle. We used to have Ski Sunday. And it was, always used to watch him, see if he'd crash mainly. I always remember from the Olympics as well. Johnny Weissmuller. He was an Olympic swimmer, wasn't he? He played Tarzan. I used to love watching Tarzan when I was a kid as well. I used to run round the house with a plastic knife and just me underpants on, going, oh, 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 oh. Nah, it won't be just me. I'm the one who will admit to it. That's about it. So looking at looking at Paris at the minute now. They're getting everything ready under the Eiffel Tower. All the seating's out there and that, and all the things I've seen on the internet is it's been overrun by migrants and you can't get to the tower, so somebody's got to be lying, unless they've moved everybody on just for the opening of the Olympic Games, and then once it's done, everybody who's living on the street, are they all going to move back to the under the Eiffel Tower? Because that's not just the version, you know, that's not the image we've just seen there. We see the images of migrants scattered all over the place under the Eiffel Tower and around the Champs-Élysées, living in tents like Tent City. Well, that's not what we've just seen there. So where's everybody gone? They've either been moved somewhere or they weren't there in the first place and it's propaganda. Who knows? You can't trust anything you see online or in the news. I always think it's a pretty good idea that whatever you're told on the news, just think the opposite and you won't be far wrong. I've got to say, some of the biggest liars I've ever seen on the news is the BBC. Oh my word. It's absolutely shocking. I won't even watch their news anymore. Just a political arm of the elite to the BBC, I'm afraid. You can't trust them with anything now. Just watching some of the chances from the first half. I mean, we're looking at some of the French chances and the shots from like 35, 40 yards. Well, they're not chances, they're attempts at goal. But I won't class them as chances, really. Another long shot coming in. Must have been from a good 40 yard, 35 yard. Corny, or Corn. Didn't really trouble the keeper. Paredes has looked dangerous down the right. Aronson's done well down the left for the US. I'm just watching a chance here now where he cut back inside, put the shot in, and Restes just stuck a right leg out, cleared it well, but almost a carbon copy in a second as well. Claim for handball. But the referee straight away said, no, arm right by his side, so no chance of a penalty. But just at the end of the first half, France had a couple of little opportunities, but a good save by Schultz. That cross came in. One where the keeper couldn't dive straight away in case somebody got a touch as it was coming across. So he did well, the keeper for the US there. Also, there was I still don't know why Paredes got his yellow card. It seems a little bit insignificant now, but if he gets another one in the second half and gets a red, we're going to be looking back and saying, should he have had a yellow card in the first half? And for me, no, he just stuck a leg out for a 50-50 tackle. And Truffert went down, the French left-back, a little bit injured in that, but I think that's why the referee got his card out. Apart from that, there was nothing to suggest that it should have been a yellow card. It was a genuine attempt to play the ball. It wasn't a high foot. There was no studs showing. But the referee's in charge, I suppose. So much good sport on, isn't there? Fantastic. And as soon as the Olympics is finished, we're back into the Football League starting. There's been a big thing. I heard that on the radio as well. The I'm not going to mention any of them results that happened earlier today in case you've not watched them, so don't worry. We won't spoil it for you. But somebody had complained and made it official about UEFA saying, oh, they run it for their own, they run the tournaments and that for their own benefit and what have you, and they're saying, oh, there's too much international football being played and it's getting dangerous for the players. And they've now added more fixtures for the players, and UEFA have come back and said, yeah, we've got gaps in the schedule here, and where you are saying the players should be resting and that, if we don't fill the gap, you'll be taking the players away for club friendlies, so you're still making churn and turnover and money. So don't start saying it's all about the player safety and the players making too much money. So make that argument what you will. But for me, if you've got players that are playing a lot of football and it's internationals that don't really, if they're just international friendlies, say, or something that you're not that bothered about, give the youngsters a go. You know, if somebody like Harry Kane for England is looking a bit jaded as he was in the Euros, don't play him. Put Ollie Watkins in. Plenty of players who will want to play and who aren't jaded.
Great goal. Same way. Should have been the goal. Then saying that was a Logan's right hand side.
Can't beat a good coffee. We're getting ready to start again in a minute anyway. So why it's all quiet in the chat? Well, there's not a lot going on. I'll sit quiet and watch the highlights of the first half. Feel free to join me in the chat though.
She got away. Come a little bit better there. But the place in the opening stages was that's good.
Just watching the highlights of Mali and Israel. Looks like there's been some good chances in that match as well.
It's represented this 2024 Women's League competition. So just the best I can see.
And Mali, looks like they're on top in that one.
Pretty good strong hand to the right, so a really, really important save.
Hitting the side net in there. Atticus Pund says, hi Jimmy. Hi Atticus, thanks for signing in. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well.
Slightly there, that's not the example of that. The new goals in the house. It goes so fast. Definitely drawn. In France on the USA. Definitely spirits. See?
Players are getting ready to come out now at the start of the second half. Atticus Pund says USA had best of that half. You're asking? Oh, question mark. You're asking? Yeah, mate. I reckon the US just edged it. They didn't have the possession, but they had the better chances. So for me, it's all about it's no good having possession if you're not doing anything with it, and the US look pretty comfortable. So yeah, probably I reckon the US did edge that first half. I could see it being. If I had a prediction for the second half, I would be saying I'm going to go with 1-1. In fact, I'm going to go with a draw because I'm not convinced that we'll get a goal. But Jimmy predicts a draw. Locked in. There you go. How's that one, mate?
Creating that one. Because if I do so, not quite hard, trying to take. Personal changes, I don't think, at one time here. That is up. Yeah. Wow.
Just getting ready to start second half. There we go. We're underway. France kicking from right to left, playing in blue top, white shorts, red socks. That's an early free kick. Maguire it was who got he got one left on him. Oh yeah, just as he jumped for that ball there, he got his ankle stood on. So this is a dangerous one. It's midway inside France's half. Probably, yeah, right of centre. France trying to hold a high line. On the edge of the 18-yard line. 2 men in the wall. It's going to be an out swinger. Comes in. Headed on target, but no power behind that. I think it was Robinson. And easily picked out of the air by Restes for the USA. So straight away, start of the second half, it's the US on the front foot. France trying to get something going down the left-hand side there. That's Elise trying to get in. Can't do that, though. Couldn't see who came across. I think it was Zimmerman came across and put the ball out for a throw. Truffert. Or Truffert, as they call him. It's Truffert. T-R-U-F-F-E-R-T. Truffert. Cleared by Zimmerman from the long throw. Busio trying to get something going down the left-hand side. Aronson, gets fouled there. A little bit weak, that, but the referee's fallen for it. Gives a free kick. And right on the left-hand touchline, almost at halfway, was this free kick. It'll be talking to... It's going to launch it cross-field. Looking for Paredes. That's Harriel on the ball. Plays it back to Zimmerman. Nice little triangle going here for the US. Truffert gets in though, down the left-hand side and makes the interception. It's France back in possession. They'll try and build from the back again. Same pattern as the first half, really. Truffert into Elise. Poor pass though. Intercepted by the US. Paredes, he's trying to get something going down the right. That gets blocked, but it goes out for a throw into the US. Thierry Henry doesn't look happy there. If he had any hair, which he doesn't, My guess is it would have been going a little bit greyer. He looks really stressed.
Jackson, I think that
US trying to come down the left-hand side. Sloppy play there. And that from the US, and it just runs out of play, and it'll be throwing to France on the right-hand side, taken quickly. Back in possession with Lakiba. Once again, intercepted by the US. Buzio trying to run it out, but Corn, he dispossessed him, and down the left-hand side now, Truffert puts the cross in. Zimmerman got a head on it, deflected it. It went high, but it's gone behind for a corner to France. It'll be from the right-hand side. Did well there, did the defender, Zimmerman. It's going to be Elise. Takes it short. He gets it back. Now he puts a cross in. Awful cross. Cleared by Maguire. And USA trying to break away now with Aronson down the right-hand side. He was getting pulled and pushed about, but he kept hold of it. USA give up a lot of territory, and it goes all the way back to Schultz, but they're in possession. That's Harriel down the right to Tessman. Referee comes over there, makes a big meal out of nothing. Neither player were having a go at each other, so I don't know why he comes steaming over. Carlos, Daniel, Valdez, Martinez. Hey, Jimmy. I'd bet on a France or tie. Before the start, Carlos, I would have been the same, my friend. But I've just, off looking at the chances so far, the best chances have come to the USA. I mean, just my opinion, but I could see it being a 0-0 or a 1-1. I just don't think France have done enough to warrant a victory. I know that's not how it always works, but cross comes in, cut out by Tolkien, that'll be a corner. They've just not threatened Schultz in the USA's goal enough. I mean, they've been putting shots in from 35 yards, 40 yards. In fact, that was a double deflection, so it went for a goal kick. Whereas you look at the chances that the USA had in the first half, they had a good one from Harrelson. They had that's a dangerous ball across the field there, but Harriel bailed Zimmerman out there. It's a throw-in on the halfway line, down the left for France. They're playing it about at the back now. Carlos says, MHH seems to be happening the same that in the Euro Cup. They're good players, but I'd say they lack attitude. Mate, totally agree. It's all too negative. It's like now the USA in possession, they're trying to break down the right-hand side. And it's cleared back to the keeper. Keeper's under pressure there, manages to clear it to the keeper. Now France can bring it forward. But they're looking for that perfect goal, and sometimes you've just got to play the percentages, which they're not doing. Ooh. That was close to... I thought it might have been a foul there. That definitely is a foul. For exactly that. And it was Lakiba on Paredes. Come right through the back of him. Referee's just going to have a word with Lakiba there. Now he's having a word with Lacazette as well. I don't know how... You can't complain at that. He just went straight through the back of him. Yeah, it's... Totally agree with you, Carlos. Same in the Euros. Lack of ambition in the final third. Always looking for somebody else to make, take the chancy pass. And whereas the US going forward, they're playing with much more freedom than France once they can get into the French final third. The USA in possession now inside France's half with Paredes. Intercepted though by France. They'll look to break now. Mateta down the left-hand side. He's got in behind the defence. Left-hand side of the penalty area. He puts a poor cross in though. I mean, he was trying to find Lacazette in the middle and it was an awful pass. It was never going to get there. USA bring it out easily. Paredes down the right-hand side. And Chotard. He goes through the back of Paredes, tries to pick the ball up quickly, then complains when the referee gives a free kick, but he literally went through the back of him. Just watching this cross again from Mateta trying to get Lacazette. Awful pass. And Paredes down the right and Aronson down the left have put a good performances, these two, up to push. Carlos says, who are your favourites in soccer for the Olympics? We just watched this free kick come in. Mihailovic from the right, out swinger. Cleared by France. Paredes in possession though again. Plays it to Tolkien. Now they're going to go down the left with Aronson. Goes back to Tolkien. He's going to go all the way back to his keeper Schultz. So they've kept possession, but giving up territory. It's a difficult one. USA with a chance to break here. Maguire had made a good run. Into the penalty area. Don't foul. Balde's there. Stands up and Balde stands up, drives his shoulder into Maguire, just being a little bit petulant there, and then says, what have I done? It's like the referee's obviously going to have a word with you. You'll be lucky if you don't get a booking. No need for that. Just trying to intimidate the American player, which won't work. It's a difficult one to say who's the favourite. It's obviously you've got France who's the host, but I don't think the host nation have won it since 92, was it? Which was Spain. Harrier with a long throw. Cleared by France, but USA back in possession. Cross comes in. A low cross, awful cross actually. And France clear. But Robinson, halfway line, punts it back towards the penalty area. And USA back in possession. Cleared once again by France, though. And it's all a little bit scrappy at the minute. So, yeah, going back to your question, it's a difficult one. From what I've seen so far, France don't look anything special. Harryhau's gone down. That's going to be a free kick. It was Chotard with the scruffy tackle there. A little bit late, just stood on the top of his foot. So, yeah, I don't know. It'd be... It's a lottery, because when you look at the normal teams that you'd think would be up there, you know, you have Germany, Italy, France, Argentina. They're not they're under 23 teams, aren't they? Because when I was looking at the rules, you can have 2 players over the age of 23. In swinging free kick comes in, awful. But edge of the shot, oh my word. Cleared by France from the free kick. And Mihailovic from about 20, 25 yards out, he's just drilled that back. The keeper didn't move, and it's just crashed off the crossbar to the keeper's right. Keeper never moved. It was literally left him stranded. He almost broke the crossbar. So yeah, it's a bit of a lottery, isn't it? Personally, I'd like a team from Africa to win it, if I'm honest. I'm not sure who, but I'm just thinking now who's I mean, Mali are playing Israel at the minute, and when I saw the highlights of the first half, Mali looked like they're having fun, put some good chances together. So somebody like that, it'd be good to see win it. But I don't think you could have a clear favourite and have and be able to say it with any conviction as well. But what are your thoughts, Carlos? Who are you thinking? Free kick to France, by the way, down the right-hand side, midway inside the USA half. 2 players over the ball, so it could be an in-swinger, out-swinger. It is an in-swinger to the back post. USA clear it well, and they're now looking to break down the right-hand side. France have got numbers back though, and I've no doubt they'll get Carlos says that's a free kick to France down the right hand side in their own penalty area. Aronson with the foul. Carlos says it's quite unpredictable. I remember in 2012 Mexico took the gold medal against Brazil, our biggest success. I remember it well. France, edge of the box. Lacazette shoots from about 20 yards out, turns, spins, puts it to the keeper's right-hand side. It goes into the corner. And just like that, a piece of individual brilliance by Lacazette puts France into a 1-0 lead. Carlos says, yeah, like Morocco beating Argentina today. Yeah, I mean, it's that was an upset, but it's good to see, because otherwise we have all the same teams, or all the same countries, you know, from that pool of countries winning all the tournaments, and we need a bit of a change every now and again. Good strike from Lacazette there, though, outside the box. Cut it back across the keeper, and Schultz couldn't get a hand to it. Nestles in the side of his right side. Nestles into the side netting. 1-0 to France. Tell you what is telling though. I don't know if you're watching it at all, Carlos. But when you look at, he didn't look overly thrilled. Thierry Henry sat down on his bench. He looked a little bit grumpy. We're back underway. But I wouldn't, if I was a USA fan, I wouldn't be thinking we were completely out of this. They've certainly had some decent chances. Harryall doing well there, keeping possession. USA, dangerous, down the right-hand side. Paredes, the right-hand side of the box, puts a cross in. Oh my word. And Aronson cut across the defender who was waiting to head it clear. Aronson got there first. And the keeper, Restes, was down sharply to his left-hand side to make the save. This would be a problem for France now if they decide to sit back on a 1-0 lead, because the USA have looked pretty smart coming forward. Cross comes in, goal. It must be a goal. It's not a goal. I can't believe it. He's had a header from about 2 yards out. I think it was Tolkien who came in. He had a header from about 2 yards out and he's just headed it right at the goalkeeper. Headed it right at the goalkeeper. And as the ball came out, somebody else had a shot that came in that was blocked, and I can't believe that didn't go in. So I don't know why over here it's saying a goal kick. It didn't go for a goal kick. But how's he missed? He was 4 yards out. What a save. The keeper, Restes, just stuck his left arm out, hoping he was going to get something on it. And he did. He just made himself big. But that one, oh, it came off his foot. Came off the goalkeeper's foot. Great chance there for the US. Twice, 2 good saves from the keeper. And in the first half, he made a good save in the first half with his foot. He's made another save in the second half. It hit his foot. But France survive and they're still winning 1-0. Paredes down the right hand side. Maguire into the box. Puts a cross come shot into Aronson. He will stop it going out. He pulls it back to... Oh, Mihailovic there got dispossessed, but it squirts back out to Aronson. Tolkien puts a cross in. France can't get this ball cleared. And it keeps coming back. And now it's going to go for... It's squirted away for a corner to the US. And since the US went 1-0 down, France have decided to sit back a little bit, and the US have just gone, thank you very much, we'll put you under pressure then. And now it's not 1-1, I don't know. France just riding the luck. They're going to make a substitute here now. France any second. It's going to be a corner from the right for the US. With Tolkien in swinger. Not enough on it though. Cleared easily by France. But the USA are back in possession with the keeper. Almost on the halfway line. Not quite there. Schultz launches it long. And that'll go out for a throw in to France down the left hand side. So yeah, as soon as France went 1-0 up, they've kind of gone into the shell. Pretty much like England did throughout the Euros. And they've just invited the USA onto them and they've said thank you very much. And almost had two good chances to equalise. One of them an excellent chance, a header from 3 or 4 yards out. That just luckily hit the keeper as opposed to him saving it, if you know what I mean. And the crowd are trying to lift France now to get them going forward again, which they are doing down the left-hand side. That's Cornet. Does get a crossing eventually, but that's too easy for the keeper. He just drops onto it, Schultz. And he'll look to get it underway, playing out from the back now. Throws it out wide to Tolkien. He was so unlucky with that header. I can't believe it didn't go in for the USA. He's driving it forward now up to the halfway line. Plays a bit of a scruffy pass there, but Busio tidies it up and plays it back to Zimmerman. Zimmerman back to Busio. He plays it out wide to Robinson, down the left. Little pass to Zimmerman, back to Robinson. US just taking the time now. Plenty of time left in this second half, and they'll feel really unlucky that they 1-0 down. It was only a fantastic goal from Lacazette. Shot from outside of the box to the keeper's right-hand side into the side of the netting, the right side of the goalpost though. Giving France a 1-0 lead. Now it's France's turn to have possession. They're just playing it about on the halfway line. Not looking to do too much with it at the minute. I think both sides are just happy to have a bit of a breather. Lacazette, edge of the box, moving to his right, plays the ball out. Shot comes in. Oh my word, and just like that. Almost carbon copy. Almost a carbon copy of the first goal. France shoot again, but this time... Who scored that? It was off his left foot. This time he's beat Schultz in the same corner with an in-swinger. And the France fans are going absolutely... I didn't see them this excited in the Euros. So it was Elise. Almost exactly the same spot, a little bit closer. Left-footed this time though. Bent it lovely into the far corner. And that gives France a 2-0 lead that's been not deserved, to be honest. If anything, yeah, a little deflection off Zimmerman, off Tolkien. France could well and truly be behind in this game, and yet they've got a 2-0 lead. Just shows how fickle football can be at times. Just been a couple of substitutes there. I didn't quite see who it was. So 8 minutes between the two French goals, but in that time there could have been 2 goals for the USA. And with 20 minutes to go, France 2, USA 0. I still get a feeling that the USA are not out of this. I get a feeling that if the USA can get 1 goal, this French team looked like it could crumble like a cheap deck chair. Or fooled like a cheap pack of cards, as the saying goes. Schultz under pressure, he's going to have to clear it there. Harriel tries heading it down the line to Paredes, but it goes out for a throw into the French fullback Truffert, or Truffert as they call him, but it's spelt Truffert, and that's what we'll go with. France in possession on the halfway line, looking to come down the right hand side.
Quality. It's all about showing the numbers.
US trying to get Aronson in down the left hand side. That's cut out though, but US retain possession. What's the temperature like today in Mexico, Carlos? It's been a little bit cooler in the south of the UK today. Just about 21 degrees in my front room. Just a nice temperature. And a bit of rain at the end of the day. USA in possession down the left hand side. Tolkien. Maguire's come deep from up front, showing for possession, does well. That's a ball just lumped forward from the back, and Aronson is trying to get onto it. Cut out though by France. Cleared up to the halfway line, but it's the USA in possession with Harriel. He'll get a free kick there. Gets a shove in the back. Today in Oaxaca, we are at 27 degrees, but the sky is cloudy. So no rain. I know you were saying it was nice to have rain. How is the weather in England regularly? Well, I live in the south of England, so it's normal, even in winter, it's a little bit warmer. But I'd say in the summer we average probably 19, 20 degrees. Then we have maybe a couple of weeks where it gets in the mid-20s, maybe high 20s. But it's normally never too hot, never too cold as a rule. So it's a pretty... We just normally go through the 4 seasons, and it's never an extreme heat or extreme cold. I mean, we do get exceptions, but I know when I was a kid in the 70s, we used to get snow regularly up in. I used to live in Manchester, in the northwest of England, so it was always a little bit cooler up north. But I've lived in Devon for 22, 23 years now, and I've only ever seen it really snow probably about 3 or 4 times. But we're quite close to the coast as well. But behind us is Dartmoor, and you can have a foot of snow on Dartmoor, and where we are you won't have anything. So it's but to answer your question, it's normally no extreme either heat or cold. Winter, I'd say, averages about 8 to 10 degrees. Summer, it'll be between sort of 7 and 22, something like that. We get lots of rain at times, that's for sure. And then you only need 3 or 4 weeks of sunshine, and they start talking about we need a hosepipe ban. And yet you'll see burst water pipes on the road with God knows how many millions of gallons of water wasted. But they want you to stop using your hosepipe. That's the brains trust for you. It just lacks brains. It's like they say with common sense, it's not that common. True saying. We're not missing anything at the minute. The ball's not in play. The referee's just having his comms sorted out. I don't know whether he's got an issue with his battery pack or something. He's still on the sideline getting it sorted. Sounds like a really nice place. Here we have regularly a lot of sun and heat. This year has been very hot. Yeah, it's I mean, the British are famous for talking about the weather, aren't they, apparently? But we never really get them extremes. But I would imagine you're used to the heat. I know when I've been to Africa, I once refereed a football match in Africa, in Zambia, right on the border with the Congo, in Ndola. Carlos, it should have started, it should have been a 10 a.m. kickoff. But typical African time, by the time everything got sorted, the game kicked off at 12 midday. I'm not joking, by the end of it, I blew about 10 minutes early. I thought I was going to pass out with the heat. And there was a team making a substitution. So when the game stopped, I blew. France trying to get in over the top there. Cleared by the USA though. So when the game stopped, I blew to say, wait, a substitute coming on. So I seen this young bloke. I'd seen him warming up, so I knew there was a substitute imminent. And when he came on, he stood at the side of the pitch, took his football boots off and his socks, and came on and played barefoot. So that was how he was used to playing football barefoot. So obviously someone had lent him a pair of football boots, so he looked the part. But when he came on, he took his boots off and played barefoot. We also had to stop the game for about seemed like 5 minutes, probably only a couple of minutes, but in swinging corner for France from the left-hand side, cleared well by the US. Zimmerman got his head to it. Somebody was driving the cattle right across the middle of the pitch. It was part of a thoroughfare where they drove the cattle on a regular basis. And the fact that there was a football match taking place didn't stop the cattle from... They knew exactly what route they were going to take. And there was nobody stopping them cattle from coming across that pitch, so we just had to let them get on with it. Yeah, Carlos says, yep, I love it and hate it. It makes insects reproduce, and the cars are always hot. Yeah. That's going to be a free kick to the US, midway inside France's half, pretty much centre field, just slightly to the right. The football field was definitely grass. Well, I say grass, there was grass on it, but it's so hot, you can imagine it wasn't lush, shall we say. But it was a good game though, but the heat, absolutely crazy heat. It must have been pushing 38, 40 degrees, and I don't know if you can see, but I've got a lot of ginger, and ginger's in the sun. My word, I think it's the Viking in me. Free kick comes in. Keeper with the save. Restes to his right hand side. It was going wide. I think he made the save in case it went off a French head. He didn't want to give the corner away, but not threatening the goal. Yeah, it was actually. It was off a French head. That's why he made the save. Danger averted. Yeah, it was incredible heat. At the end, yeah, I must have blown about 10 minutes early. 5 minutes before 85 minutes I blew on. I can remember it now, and there should have been about 5 minutes of added on time. I thought, no, that's it. We're done. And yeah, that was on the border with the Congo. And then I went down to southern Africa, southern Zambia, where it's on the border with Zimbabwe. And on the journey, the road was so long, and it's a dust road, that there was a driver on a coach. He was playing electronic chess with himself, not looking at the road. There's just nothing there. And there was literally, it looked like a Zulu just walking with his shield and his spear. And I thought, where's he been? You know, it's literally in the middle of nowhere. But it sounds like, but where's he going? There was nothing for miles. But apparently, that's what they do. They go and find themselves as men, and I wouldn't have liked to be out there on my own with no water, and obviously they know what they're doing. Carlos says, oh yeah, the soccer stadium in Oaxaca has no roof, and when we go, the heat is horrible. Thankfully the beers are quite cheap. Yeah, that's that old chestnut, Carlos. Oh, it was so hot. Just had to have a beer to rehydrate. But it was funny because in Ndola, in northern Zambia, there's a lot of copper up there, and obviously right on the border with the Congo, there's a copper belt, as they call it, and the Chinese had moved in, and when the officials had said, what do you want for the rights to USA, trying to get in on the right hand side here, dispossessed though. France back in possession. They'll look to break now down the left-hand side. What they've done, the Chinese government, they'd said they would employ, that's been put out, so there'll be a corner to France down the left-hand side. They'd said they'd employ local people in Andola to work in the copper mines and what have you and build all this infrastructure, and what they didn't. All they did was they built a football stadium and brought a load of Chinese prisoners over to work in the mines. So there was a football stadium that nobody really used because there was no money there. And it's just shown a goal coming in for France, making it 3-0. It must be direct from this corner. It is. And it was an easy header for Bade, or he just rocketed that into the back of the net, pretty much unchallenged from the corner from the left. And he's still not got a smile on his face, Thierry Henry. But that's put this game to bed now, 3-0 to France. Carlos says, wow, sounds incredible. You have to see it to believe it. Very true, Carlos, very true. Tell you what else you'd have to see to believe. You've got people there with literally nothing but a mobile phone. How does that work? Literally, I walk around in rags, but they'll have a mobile phone. Makes no sense whatsoever. And also, life is cheap in Africa. You can walk to it's called ShopRite, and there's literally, you could walk over a dead body, and nobody will bat an eyelid. We ended up paying somebody to go and bury this woman who was dead on the floor. Everybody just walked over her. It's like, at least go and bury her, you know. Then there was a lady there with a big pile of tomatoes. So I bought some tomatoes off her, but she had leprosy. And I know you can't, it's a myth, isn't it? You don't catch leprosy through touching that. But when I was giving her the money, I always remember the movie Ben-Hur, where it was like, don't touch the lepers and that. And it was like, crazy what sticks in your head from when you're a kid. But yeah, certainly an eye-opener, but beautiful continent. Gotta say, I've never been to South America though. At some point, it would be nice to visit Mexico, Carlos. Never been to the USA, never been to Canada. Never been to South America. Always been too busy with work, so we'll have to try and fit that on the bucket list before we end up running out of time. That's going to be a free kick to France down the left-hand side. Just a couple of 3 minutes left. I don't think there'll be too much added on time. But in the end, it's been a comprehensive 3-0 victory. This might be even more for France, but USA have done well. I think it flatters France, this score. Long free kick down the left-hand side into the channel, looking for Lacazette. USA cleared it well. They were looking to at least trying to give the fans something to cheer about before the final whistle, but that's snuffed out by Restes, the French goalkeeper. He dives on it, and just be a couple of minutes left. Carlos says, yeah, it seems you are a great person. Experiences like that make you wiser and be grateful of what you have. They certainly do.
against this French team.
What I did before I came back as well was give all my clothes away and everything. So I literally just had the clothes that I was wearing, and then couldn't fly out of Africa because of the Icelandic volcano that erupted. So I got stuck there for another 3 days. I got stuck there for with no clothes or anything. But it doesn't matter, does it? Then I managed to get on the final flight out of Lusaka. USA trying to come in down the right hand side now. No penalty, says the referee. And France are on the break. Right hand side of the penalty area. Cross comes in, shot comes in. That's blocked though. Poor clearance by Tolkien, just goes up in the air, and it's finally finished off by Robinson. Still not got the ball away. That danger's gone. USA trying to come down the left-hand side. Dispossessed though by France. I don't think France deserve a 3-0 result, let alone a 4-0, so... Carlos says, sure, you should visit Mexico. The most expensive thing will be the flight, I believe. Yeah, wherever you go now, the flights are pretty expensive. Although to go from the UK to Poland, just booked I'm going to go to Poland and do the Christmas markets in December. Go and see my dentist. It's crazy. Dentistry in the UK is awful. So I go to just go to Poland. Got a fantastic dentist over there. You can fly there and back in the same day. And if you time it right, it costs about £68. What would that be? About $90 US or something like that. And it's only a 2.5 hour flight. What's dentistry like in Mexico, Carlos? Is it easy to get your teeth sorted, or is it difficult like it is in the UK? It's going to be McGlynn to put a free kick in from the right hand side. It'll be an in-swinger. France edge of the box. Puts it right on the keeper. Oh, and it just goes past the keeper's right hand post. 2 minutes of added on time. We're almost there now, so that'll be pretty much it. Carlos says, wow, cheap for a 2-hour flight. It certainly is. It puts it into perspective, Carlos. It's cheaper for me to fly to Poland than it is to drive to Manchester to see my daughter and my grandchildren, which is about 4 hours away there and back, and it's cheaper to fly to Poland and back. Over in the UK now, it's what, £7.50? It's about $10 US for a gallon. $10–11. Bench singing the Marseillaise, celebrating the victory. Oh, I thought the referee had added 2 minutes on. He's added 8 minutes on. I don't know where he's got 8 minutes from. Well, there's another goal coming for the US. My stream on Discovery Plus is a little bit behind the live action over here. So it's a cross came in from the left-hand side. Yao puts it in past the keeper to his right-hand side, but now that's been... The referee's assistant's put his flag up. It was either offside or a foul. So that'll be chalked off. So it's not It's not 3-1 at all. It's still 3-0. Carlos says, yep, I'd say it's quite easy. I used to live like 3 houses away from my dentist. He is really great and cheap. Well, that is lucky. That is lucky, my friend. And we also have a lot of options. God, not the same in the UK. It used to be free dental care on our National Health Service. But now all that's changed. Pretty much everything's gone private. And if you want a national health appointment, you're going to be waiting a long time. I mean, it's just easier to fly out to Poland. And get any dental checkup and treatment out there. USA trying to come in down the left-hand side now. Edge of the box, cleared by France though. They'll look to break now with the US pushing forward. US have got numbers back though. Centre field, about 40 yards out, looking for that pass to Lacazette, cut out by Zimmerman. And the US are looking to come down the left-hand side. That'll be a free kick by... Not sure which player that was. I think it was a substitute who came on. But yeah, 3-0 up, France. And Thierry Henry looks like... it looks like they're losing 3-0. I wouldn't want to see his face when they are actually losing. I know he had a spell as a manager at, I think it was Monaco, Thierry Henry, and lasted 20 games. He didn't do too well. I believe he went over to the US, managing, I'm not sure who it was in the MLS, but he didn't do too well over there either. So it just shows these great players don't often make great coaches or managers.
Okay. Very defensive. Being so sour in the first hour of the game now.
Carlos said, same for the health system here. It's inefficient and full of corruption. Pretty much the same in the UK. They waste so much money. They wasted all this money on the COVID stuff. And they've just had a report come out now in the UK saying, oh, we prepared for the wrong pandemic. I wouldn't have them vaccines if they paid me. No chance. Coming to something when you can't trust your own government. I wouldn't trust any government around the world, and I wouldn't trust anybody who wanted me to put anything in my body that had just been miraculously... A vaccine's been miraculously made. And then you get called an anti-vaxxer, and it's like, well, no, I'm not. I'll have all my yellow fever and all that if you're going abroad somewhere. I always have my... France trying to get in again here. USA defending well though. Yeah, I always have my tetanus and all that sort of stuff, so it's not like you won't have a vaccine, but not something that's not been tested and rushed through, and I'm glad now, not with all the heart problems it's caused in the UK and around the globe. No chance. Just 10 seconds to go now. And that is France 3, USA 0 in the round 1 fixture. I think that score flatters France massively. And if they don't up the game, I can't see them winning this. I can't see them winning this Olympics with a performance like that. So for me, good best performance was by the crowd. They got well into it, so fair play. But the 3-0 definitely flattered France. I'm going to call it a night now. We'll be back tomorrow night, hopefully, with a watch-along. It might be rugby league. It could be football. I'm not sure what we've got on yet. I'll take this opportunity to say, Carlos, thanks for joining me in chat. It's been a pleasure, as always. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. This is not to Carlos, by the way. This is to anybody who's watching it maybe later. Hit that subscribe button. Ping that notifications bell. And if you can give us a thumbs up, that's fantastic. Thumbs up are probably more important than subscriptions at the minute, because my lads keep saying you need to get more thumbs up. YouTube is something to do with the YouTube algorithm. Loves it when you get a thumbs up, so they're more likely to promote your content. So we will be back tomorrow night. Have a great evening, everybody. Thanks to you also, Carlos. And I am Jimmy James. You've been watching Catch It Live First. I'll see you tomorrow evening. Have a great day or a great afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Or a great morning if you're in Australia in the Southern Hemisphere. Catch up soon.